Good morning, children. And how was your paper today? I hope you all have written well and you all have appeared for the paper. And we will be starting with the next unit 2.1 Invictus. Now, what do you mean by the heading Invictus? Invictus means unconquerable soul. Now, unconquerable means the one who never defeated. Soul means a independent, a human being, isn't that so? Here let me tell you two lines about the poet William Ernest Henley. Now, why he has written this poem? That he suffered from a tubercular infection. Because of that, he has to amputate his leg, and during this hardship, during this difficult situation of his life also, he never give up, and he stood with that like a severe, like with the face of severe hardship. He, with his willpower, he could able to face the situation. So after the incident from his life only, he has written the poem called Invictus, that is unconquerable soul. Now, what is the gist of the poem is that the poet William Ernest Henley, he says that the world is full of anger, sadness, difficulties, but we should never get defeated in our life, and we should always face all the challenges, all the difficulties of this life. Okay, and he says that he is always thankful for the God, that God has given him an unconquerable soul, means he never can defeated, he never get discouraged. So let us start with this poem. Okay. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced or cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. So children, the last two lines of this poem is very, very encouraging, that I am the master of my fate. I am the person who control my fate. Fate means luck. And I am the captain of my soul. Nobody can control my soul. Got it? So let us start with this poem. Now the poet William Ernest Henley, he says that out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. So here he says that the life is how it's covered, is his life is surrounded with hardships. Hardship means difficulties, and here he compares the hardship, difficulties as black, means the difficult time is as black as the center of the earth, black as the pit from pole to pole. Here means here is the center of the earth. I thank whatever God may be there. Means says that he believes that the God is there. He says that I thank God that the God gave me unconquerable soul. I thank whatever God that may be there for his unconquerable soul. So here in the first stanza, the poet describes that the night, out of the night that covers me, the night is difficulty. Night means difficult. Night time you will find everywhere darkness. So here the darkness means difficulty, hardships. It surrounded him, and he compared as black, because night everywhere you will see the darkness, and it was so dark as the pit from pole to pole, means as the center of the earth, as everywhere wherever he will see the pit with there is a pit between two poles which you cannot see at night, means wherever he will see from pole to pole, wherever his eyes goes, he could see darkness only. Got it? So that is the thing in the first stanza. Now in the second stanza he says, in the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced, not cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbold. So here he says that he was a victim of wicked circumstances, means he says that in the fell clutch of circumstances, means here circumstances means situation of his life. As I told you children that he is going through the difficult situation of his life. He suffered from tubercular infection. Because of that he has to amputate his leg. So that he said that he is a victim of the wicked circumstances. But I have not winced, not cried aloud. But he says that winced means not reacted. I have neither reacted with pain, nor I did not cried with pain, nor I cried aloud. So here he means that he did not cry. Winced means jerked with pain. Jerked means when you cry, when you get like hurt, so you will cry, na? You will jerked with pain. So here said that he has neither reacted with pain. He neither cried with pain or cried aloud when he was feeling this, whatever the difficulty he was feeling, or whatever the difficult situation he has gone through in his life. Though he is under the bludgeonings of chance. Here the bludgeonings means violent beating with a club. Club is like a stick. Club means like you have a baseball, like a bat it is. So here is a comparison that is suffering under the violent beating of fate. So who is beating him? He is beaten by fate, the luck. Isn't that? So here it says that he is suffering under the violent beating of fate. Chance means fate. The bludgeonings means a violent beating with a club. Club is a stick, like you have a bat something. Isn't that? So the fate is here, this line you can say as a personification. As if we are beating somebody with the stick or bat. Same as the fate was beating him with the stick or the bat, club. Got it? So here it says that though he was suffering under the violent beating of fate, his head was bloody. His head, because he got hurt. The fate was bitten. He was bitten by fate. So his head started bleeding, but unbold. So my head started bleeding, but I was unbold. Unbold means I never get defeated. Though I was suffering, but I never get defeated in my life. Children, I hope you are understanding. This is all our personifications, this is all a comparison. You should able to listen to this video again and again, then only you can understand. Okay, comparison is being made. Here the chances means fate. The fate, the luck, the fate. Our fate is beating us. Not that somebody is beating with a stick. Understood? Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. So here it says that, here he compares, he says that the world, this world is full of anger. Wrath means anger, and tears. Tears means sadness. This world is full of difficulties, all the difficulties, sadness, anger, and in which we live. There exists the dark unknown, mean looms, but the horror of the shade. Here, the horror of the shade means here we are the full of like a dark unknown which may hold more hardship for the soul. So here he says that the life is this earth is full of darkness. It is full of like looms means hangs overhead. Hangs overhead means the full darkness, all the difficult situation always there. Horror of the shade. We are always under the horror that any time we can come across any difficult situation in our life. So children, this situation can be very much related to the nowadays what we are facing. Isn't that that's so many this pandemic situation, we are like under the horror of the shade. Any time we can come across this situation. Understood. So here he says that there's a like a which may hold more hardship for the soul. There are so many difficult situations, there are so many difficulties are there in our life that any time we will get more hardships, more difficulties in our life. And yet the menace of the year finds and shall find me unafraid. But he says that yet, then also, even the thread of what may happen later in my life, what may happen in my life, but does not make me afraid. So whatever things happen, let the place, this earth or the place where we are living, let them show me all type of anger, fear, sadness, horror, darkness, whatever hardships, but I will be always will be unafraid. I will not be getting scared by the horror of the shade. Horror of the shade means difficult situation of our lives. Got it? I will be always unconquered. I will be always unafraid. I will be always undefeated in my life. Got it, children? The last paragraph, last stanza, it matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. So the last stanza says that it is very difficult, means the gate to heaven. Straight the gate. Here the gate to heaven means it's very difficult to go to heaven. Means it's not easy that you can go to heaven. We have to do so much good things in our life. So it does not matter how narrow or difficult the gate to heaven is, how many more punishments. And he says that how charged with punishment the scroll. And he says that how many more punishments will be written in our scroll. Scroll means is like a comparison between like something official roll of paper, like it's just a fate. You can say that we says that generally we says that when we have taken birth in this earth, something has written. It's written on our like a fate that what is going to happen in our life, good, bad, it has written. So that is only it says that official roll of paper that the God has written, that this person has to come across all this difficulty, he has to face this problem in his life, and it won't be easy for him to get into the heaven, the gate of heaven. All these things are written. So he says that it's not easy that to enter the gate of heaven, and how many more punishments, how many more hardships was written in my official roll of paper, that also he don't know. But he says that whatever may happen, but he is very confident about himself, and he says that he is the master of his own fate. I am the master of my own fate. Whatever may happen, whatever the God must have written in my fate, in my scroll of paper, in my fate, in my luck, but I will be the one who is going to control my fate. I am not going to defeat. I am not going to be getting discouraged. Okay. So I will be he's with utter confidence. He says that he's the master of his own fate. He's the captain of his soul. So nobody can control my soul. He's not going to listen to anybody else. He says that he is the master of his own soul. So here it says that he has the sole authority, means he is only the person who is going to control over his own life. Nobody can say that do this, do that, and you end up your life and you are going to die, because he was going through some very difficult, or is a very serious, like his leg was amputated. So people will be giving the suggestion that to do this or you may die and all that. He says he was very much confident that whatever will happen in his life, he was confident, and I will be the master of my fate and I am the captain of my soul. So I hope you understood this poem, children. So from this poem you understand that we should never believe in others, whatever people try to tell us, and we should always believe in ourselves. We should face all the difficult the situation of our life with utter confidence and face all the challenges of our life. So in our next chapter we will be discussing about the rhyming scheme, figures of speech and question answers. Till now just read out this poem again and just listen to the video again and again. If you have any problem, just let me know. Okay, bye children, bye.